Hello YouTube! Today what I'm going to be doing is, in my laundry room, I'm going to be removing this shelf and adding some cabinets. I bought 2 cabinets from Facebook Marketplace, 50 bucks each, one to go here, one to go here. They are used, but they're in great shape. So I'm going to hang one on each corner. So here are the cabinets that I picked up. You can see they're in pretty good shape, but they do have some cosmetic issues along the side. So the first thing I'm going to do is decide which side I want to face the wall and which side do I want facing outward. So I'm going to go ahead and make that decision now. From there, what I'm going to do is I bought this pine here, 3/4 by 2.5 by 8 feet. And what I'm going to use that for is I'm going to put that on the side right here, just to give that a little standoff from the wall and give it room for the cabinet doors to open up without hitting the wall. And then I'm going to secure that in place. You can see this already has holes pre-drilled there from where they had the cabinets put together before. So what I'll do is I'll clamp it up and I'll use some cabinet screws, especially cabinet screws, to screw that together. So first I'm going to measure and get a rough size that I need for this edge. I'm just going to cut a board at 30.5, and then I'll come back and precisely cut it. So let's check this fitment. And we've got a little bit of overhang on the top, so I'm just going to shave that off ever so slightly. I want that to be as close as possible. So the way I'm accomplishing this is I'm just checking how much the blade is going to contact this. Going to contact the wood when I'm down there, and I can see I'm just barely going to shave off the edge. That's exactly what I want. And let's test fit this again. Oh yeah, that is perfect. So now what I'm gonna do, because the other cabinet should be identical to this one, is cut another board exactly this length. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove this door to get it out of the way so I can put my wood clamps in position so I can get to these screw holes and have that wood be held on there nice and flush. So what I'm making sure of right now is that everything's nice and flush along this face, and everything's nice and flush along the top as well. So flush along this surface all the way down. So the next thing is, I've got some number 8 by 3 1/8 cabinet screws. And I'm gonna use those to go through these existing holes and hold this piece on there. But first I'm gonna pre-drill it. That way there's less chance of splitting this wood here. So I've got my holes pre-drilled. The next thing is to drive the screw in place. Once you have all 3 of your screws in place, you can go ahead and remove your clamps. Should be nice and sturdy on there. Everything should be nice and flush. I think I'm going to go ahead and remove all 4 of the doors from the cabinets just so they're easier to work with and hang as well. So the next step is to go ahead and prepare the wall where you're going to be installing the cabinets. So I've removed everything from my shelf here. And what I'm going to do next is start removing all these little pieces like this. Get everything out of the way. Get the shelf out of the way. So before I can remove the shelf, I've got to take these struts out. This is pretty easy. Just take a flat bladed screwdriver and pull up on these little pins that are here. pull them out. Once the pin is out, the little plastic piece will pull out. That's pretty much all there is to it. So once you pull that out, this is free. You pivot it down, it'll come off. And just do that to all the struts. At that point, you can lift the shelf up, get it off, and then remove all of your little plastic bits, get all this stuff out of the way. All right, so I've determined that with my cabinet height and the height of my washer and dryer, etc., I've determined that I want my cabinets, and this is maybe different for you. So I started with going into my kitchen and measuring the distance from the floor to see where those cabinets were at. That was a 54 inches. But 54 inches, I don't even think clears my washing machine, so that's not an option in here. Unfortunately, I can't put on the same height. So that means the upper cabinets are going to be a little bit hard to reach without a little step ladder or something. But it is what it is. It still gives me extra storage, and that's really what I'm looking for here. So basically, I want it to be about 4 inches from the bottom of that hole. So what that means is that the cabinets are going to cover up all these holes. I'm not going to worry about filling them. It's up to you if you want to fill it in your house, but honestly the cabinet is covering it up, so it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. So I just kind of put a mark on the wall where I want the bottom of the cabinet to be. I'm going to take a level, because I want my cabinets to be level. I'm just going to put a few marks along the wall, just so I have myself a level line. So now what you want to do is go ahead and find out where the studs are along your level line. So here I've got a stud finder. I'm going to go ahead and locate where my studs are at. Okay, so basically what it looks like is I do not have any studs between this point and the wall there. So I'm gonna have to find a piece of wood that's long enough to span from here to here so I can have a little ledge to set my cabinet up on before I screw it into the wall. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is get yourself a piece of wood. I've gone ahead and pre-started my screws by placing it up on the wall and seeing where you need to go. I did that off camera just because that would be easier to do and faster. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line this top part of the board up with my level lines that I made earlier. And you want to make sure that it is right on the lines, everything's level. If you want, you can come back and check this with a level 2 to make sure it's level, because you definitely want the cabinet to be level. But once you're satisfied that you have everything in the right position, just go ahead and drive some screws in to hold this in place. So there we go. And again, if you want to go ahead and check that a second time with a level, feel free to do so. Whatever makes you happy. I'll go ahead and check it one more time just for good measure. Oh yeah, we're level. Good stuff. So the next step in preparation to hang the cabinet is to find out where you're going to need to drive your screws up here, because sometimes these boards aren't exactly, or the studs in the wall I should say, the studs in the wall aren't exactly straight or level, so it may be kind of canted that way. You never know. Sometimes when these people are building these houses, they just slap them together. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to need to get a ladder for this, but I'm going to measure 30 inches up from the bottom of this because I know my cabinets are 30 inches high. And I'm going to go ahead and mark, I'm going to go measure how far down from that the board is in the cabinet, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute, so I know exactly where my screw needs to go. So I'm going to measure all that stuff out, figure that out, make some marks on the wall, and then I'm going to go mark up the cabinet and get some screws pre-started in the cabinet. I'll show you that when I get out there. So what I did was, with the cabinet standing up, I measured from there, because that's what's going to be butted up against the wall. Measured out where my stud is going to be, measuring it off the corner of the wall. And then I measured the distance from the inside of this So the mark I made, so I knew how far it needed to be on the inside, because this is where you want your screws to be. So that's why I measured from the inside of this to the mark I made on the top, so I know that distance. In my case, it happens to be 20 1/8, but that's going to vary depending on the width of your cabinet, the width of your standoff, where your studs are located. So you're not going to be able to use my measurement. You're going to have to be able to take your own measurements. But from there, I just dropped it down 1 inch from the surface and made a mark there, and went ahead and pre-started my screw, and I did another one down on the bottom as well. That way, when I grab this cabinet, all I've got to do is set it up on that piece of wood on the wall, tilt it in place, drive that screw in, and the thing should be mounted. Unfortunately, those are the only 2 screws I'm going to be able to get in it, unless I put another one underneath here, and I may drive another one up in the top there, just because I don't like the idea of having this cabinet held in place with only 2 screws. But I've only got 1 stud that I can attach to, because the other one is down here in this corner, and as you can see, there's nothing for it to grab. So that's obviously not going to work. But I'm going to go ahead and hoist this thing up into position, drive these screws in, and this cabinet should be mounted. So after mounting the first cabinet, this is what we have. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same process over on this side to get this cabinet in position. So to ensure that I get the other cabinet the same distance from the floor as I got this one, to place this one I measured down 4 inches from that hole, but I want to make sure that this is the same, and I'm not going to assume that these holes are level. They probably are, and that's probably sufficient. However, I want these things to be level, even though there's going to be a bit of a gap between them. There's going to be a 2-foot gap. I plan to put a hanging rod so we can hang some stuff there while we're doing laundry. But either that or a shelf, I haven't decided yet. So I'm not butting the 2 cabinets up together. However, I want them to be the same height from the floor so that everything looks good. So to do that, I'm going to measure from the floor up to the bottom of the cabinet, mark my level line over here, just do exactly the same thing that I just did on this side over here. So after hanging your cabinets in position, this is what you've got, or at least this is what I've got. So from here, it would just be a matter of filling your drywall holes that are left over and repainting those. And then I'm going to put some trim pieces around here, maybe a little crown molding. And that's not really a lot of room to hang anything. I thought I was going to have more room than that, so I may just put a couple little shelves in there, 1 or 2 shelves, just so I can stick some stuff up there. But that's about it. Go ahead and put your doors on. You're going to need to stain this to match that as close as possible. But that's about it. After placing the doors in position, this is what I've got. Looking pretty good. Everyone, if you enjoyed today's video, I would invite you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below right there on the right hand corner. And if you felt that the products in today's video is something you might like to own yourself, there's a product link right up there to the right, upper right hand corner, or down in the description will be a product link for you to purchase the product as well. Thank you very much for watching YouTube.